and going through the great people from Civilization 6 and giving them all tier rankings. So now we're going to be looking at the great engineers. So again, here's a little box here I have explaining the different tiers. I don't think I'll go through them again, but you can sort of read this and sort of see why or how I'm ranking these different great people. All right, so let's go on to it. So again, I grouped these sort of based on the type of bonuses that they give, just make it easier to rank, compare. So the first ones are kind of like just random ones. So Mimar, Sinan from the Renaissance era, culture bomb, adjacent tiles when completing an industrial zone in any city. That's okay. It can be kind of situational because depending on where you put your industrial zones, they can give you more tiles, but they can also just not give you anything. Um, so that's either a C or D for me. I might put that as a D because like I find I like the industrial zones are usually um, pretty close to my city centers and stuff like that. I'm gonna put as a D. The cultural bombs are nice, but like I think it's a little too situational. Um, instantly build James Watt. So instantly builds a workshop and a factory in this district. Factories provide +2 production in their city. Um, that's pretty good. It definitely like helps get a city online. Um, it sort of not that great because it's in the industrial era, so usually you have a workshop in those industrial zones at that point. So you're really only getting maybe a factory. But the factories provide +2 production to their city. Um, so that's empire wide. So that's pretty good. Um, I think I put that as um, it's probably a B tier. Let's put it as B for now. Might revisit that one. James of St. George. Inslee builds ancient medieval walls in the city and provides enough gold per turn to pay the maintenance. And there's 3 charges. Um, that can be good. Um, it can really boost up your defenses throughout your empire. Just plop down some medieval walls, essentially. Um, I think that's okay. Is it situational? Sort of. You may not need walls. Like walls only just provide you defense. They don't really get you towards any victory condition or anything. Um, so I think I can put that as C. Bishing. Bishing. Lets this city build one more district than the population limit allows. Triggers a eureka moment for printing technology. Um, that's okay. Like the printing technology is whatever. Um, like it's nice to get. Um, especially because if it's a medieval era person, I think printing technologies from the Renaissance. It should be because that would match up to real life. I think. Um, and getting another district is nice. So I think that it's going to be like a B. Um, Ada Lovelace, same sort of thing. Triggers a eureka moment for computers in the industrial era. Um, yeah, it's also like sort of a B, I'd say, because these are you're th- what's good about these ones is that you're getting these technologies an era early, um, from when you would get them. Because some of these other, I think you'll see the great scientists like it'll be get a bunch of technologies from that era, but usually you already got a bunch of technologies from that era, so it's not as helpful. But these are like you get them early, essentially, which are nicer, in my opinion. Um, Now looking at Alvar Aalto. Um, this city provides +1 appeal to any tile it owns. That's helpful if you're going down a culture route. Like it's okay and it's kind of situational. Like it's not really going to help you for anything unless you're going down a culture sort of route. Like and that's like so maybe these two are sort of D. D with like an asterisk because like these are good for if you want to go for uh culture victory, then yeah, you're gonna want these. You're gonna want these ones. But just for any other game, these aren't that helpful. Now let's go to Nikola Tesla. Maybe I'll put the asterisk there. Asterisk here. Here. Nikola Tesla. This district's regional buildings provide +2 production and reach 3 tiles further. Um, that's pretty good. +2 production. So that's like your factories and stuff. Um, I wonder if that just applies to they're just applying to industrial zones. Doesn't really say, but so in this district. Oh yeah, so no, that district. Um, it's not this city. So yeah, that's pretty good. +2 production and reach 3 tiles further. So it's like factories usually do 6 tiles, so you're gonna be 9 tiles away. So I'd say that's pretty good. Um, maybe A or yeah, maybe A. I'd say that's A. Joseph Paxton. This district's regional buildings provide +1 amenity. This district's regional buildings reach 3 tiles further. Um, that's not as important, not as good, I'd say, as getting the extra production. Like +1 amenity, okay, whatever. Um, yeah, that's a B. Leonardo da Vinci. Triggers Eureka moment for one random technology of the modern era. Workshops provide +1 culture. Um, that's pretty cool. I like this one. It's funny because like Leonardo da Vinci is a great inventor and stuff. So the fact that he gets the technology from the modern era is pretty cool. And workshops provide +1 culture. Like culture's good. Um, this guy's a Leonardo da Vinci's either B or A. Um, +1 culture is like okay. I think a B. I think a B is fine. B is a suitable rating. Um, Robert Goddard triggers Reeker moment for rocketry. +20% production towards space race projects. If you're not going to science victory, then this is kind of useless to you. Um, I think that's F with an asterisk on it. Because if you are going for a science victory, that's good. That's good. That's good to get. But if you're not, then it's kind of a waste. Um, John Roebling gain +2 housing and +1 amenity in a city, and you have 2 charges with that. And then let's look at the other one. Jane Drew +4 housing +3 amenities in this city. So Jane Drew, I think, would be a B tier because um, that's pretty good, but it's only really applying to one city. So you're basically saving a city for the rest of the game. Well, you're only getting this is Atomic Era, so it's really going to help you from Atomic Era onward. So you really only be saving really one city from any sort of issues like that. Um, so I think that's B. But John Roebling, that's like two housing, one amenities. That's enough to like really help out a city. And you can do it for two cities. So I think that's a bit more helpful. Um, that's an A. I'm not sure why this one didn't. Let's see if I format my stuff. There we go. Cool. Um, Isildur of Miletus. Against credits 25, 215 production towards wonder construction. 2 charges. These all are just production towards wonders, which I all think are pretty great for the most part, unless you're not really building wonders. But I find I tend to build at least some wonders during the game, and if you had this, you can always just save them and use them when you want to. So it's pretty consistent. Um, like these ones I often would go for. Like I would definitely usually want these ones. So I'm gonna say these ones are S tier. Again, I don't know why this is not working. Maybe I forgot to do all the formatting. There we go. Cool. And then Sergey Korolev grants 1,500 production towards space race project. So again, this is sort of on the F sort of S tier sort of spectrum thing. Because if you're going space science victory, then that's really great. But if you're not going for a science victory, that's not helpful. Not at all. And same thing for towards this one. So these are F with asterisks here. And I think that's it for the Green Generals. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I think. Just look through them. Yeah, this is pretty good. I think I'm pretty happy with this ranking. All right, I'm going to take a little break and then we'll go on to Great Merchants.